Hello everyone, and welcome to my Roblox Souls RNG Virtual Machine Macro tutorial. Where today I will show you guys and explain to you guys how to set up a virtual machine on your computer that will auto macro Souls RNG in the background of whatever else you're doing, right? So I can have this window open, this virtual desktop, on the background of my computer, and I can play any other games I want. I can do whatever else I want. Currently, you can't do that, because your macro will need your access to your mouse and your keyboard. And if you do anything on your mouse or keyboard while the macro is running, it will mess it up and it just won't work. So the first thing we're gonna wanna do is look up Hyper in our search bar. If the option for the app Hyper-V Manager comes up, then you're good to go for this part. Skip to the next timestamp, and I will show you guys how to set up a network switch. If the option does not show up, this one will show up instead. Click on this and you will see Hyper-V, and all you want to do is check this box. I already have it checked, so I'm not going to check it, and apply. Click OK, and restart your computer and go to the next step. If this box is not here, if you don't see the Hyper-V option to check, what I want you guys to do is go into the description of this video, where I will have a link to a Google Drive text document called hv.bat, and what you want to do is download this, and it's just a notepad file. So what you want to do is save this file as hv.bat again, so hv.bat, and then just click save. I already have one, so it told me to do that. And then now if you look in your downloads or wherever it saved you to, it will just say hv, not hv.bat, and it will say Windows batch file. You're just going to click on this, right click, and run as administrator. And what this will do is download Hyper-V. After you run it, it will command prompt will open up, and it will take a little while to download. You'll see a bunch of text moving, and then it will finish, and you will be able to go back in here, go back into turn Windows features on or off, and Hyper-V option will be there. And all you have to do is click check and go on to the next part of the video, where I will show you guys how to set up a virtual switch for your machine using Hyper-V Manager. In this next part of the video, I will be explaining to you guys what a virtual switch is and why we need it and how to set it up in Hyper-V Manager. So what you want to do is open up Hyper-V Manager. You can do that by looking up Hyper, and the option will appear. You're going to open this up, and it will look something like this, right? I'm going to make this a little bigger for you guys to see. You just want to click on your desktop, right? And you won't see a virtual machine. This is my one, because I've already created one. And what we're going to want to do is go to Virtual Switch Manager on the right. You're going to click this, and it will say default switch. There will only be default switch. The default switch is bad because it does not allow Hyper-V access to the internet. So if I created a virtual machine with the default switch, I wouldn't be able to download Roblox. I wouldn't be able to do anything on that computer, basically. So what we're going to do is click New Virtual Network Switch at the top, select External, and click Create Virtual Switch. You want to name this External, and you want to make sure you've selected the right Wi-Fi adapter. It should normally automatically be selected, but how we can make sure is we're going to go down to this internet symbol in bottom right. We're going to open Internet and Network Settings, and we're going to click Change Adapter Options. From here, you can see my Wi-Fi, which is what I'm using, is set up to the Intel R Wi-Fi 6E AX22211 160 MHz adapter. If we go back to here, that's what's selected. So that's what you want. After you've done that, just click Apply and OK. I already have one, so I'm not going to do it. Now that we've created our virtual switch, we're going to make our virtual machine. You're going to click New right here, and you're going to click Virtual Machine. Click Next. Name your virtual machine Souls RNG. I'm going to name mine Souls RNG 2 because I already have Souls RNG 1 running. Click Generation 2. Allocate half of whatever amount of memory you have. In order to see how much memory you have, just go to System Information, and it will show you how much memory you have installed. I have 16 gigabytes, so I'm going to give it half, right? So how much that is 8192. If you want to know how much megabytes it is from gigabytes, just multiply the amount of gigabytes, such as let's say 8 right here, by 1024, and it will give you the amount of megabytes you need to give to the virtual machine. You're going to uncheck dynamic memory, and you're going to select your external switch. You are then going to give it, let's say, 100 gigabytes. For those of you with not a lot of space, don't worry, it won't use 100 gigabytes. This is just the maximum amount of allowed storage that the virtual machine is allowed to take up. Of course, you're not going to use all 100. You only use a few gigabytes, but it's good to give it enough space just in case. You're going to click next. And next, we're going to want to install an operating file from a bootable image file. So I have mine right here. I will show you guys how to get this. So you're going to open up your browser, and you're going to look up Windows 10 ISO installation. It should be the first link, and it should be a Microsoft link. You scroll down, it will say create Windows 10 installation media, and you're going to click download now. All you're going to do is click save. All right, I already have it installed, so I'm just going to use that one. And then you're going to go to wherever you saved it. So it's going to say media creation tool _22h2. That's what you want to click. Once it's finished loading, you're just going to accept. And you're going to click create installation media. Use recommended options. They should be the same as mine. And click ISO file. And then save it to downloads. I already have it, so I'm not going to save the file, but that's what you would click save. And then once you're done installing this file, it might take a little bit, come back to this video. Once that file is downloaded, all you want to do is click browse and click on wherever you downloaded and click the file. Then you're going to click next and finish. And here we go. So it should appear under virtual machines right here. However, there's a few more things we need to do in order to make it so the virtual machine will work for what we want to do. So you're going to right click on it and you're going to click settings. You will go to processor. So you want to change this to any number between, let's say, 1 and 4, right? So I'm going to change this to, let's just say 2. This is just the amount of threads that your processor on the virtual machine has access to from your current CPU, and you just don't want it to be 1. With 1, it will be really laggy. The greater this number, the better. However, your CPU only has so many threads. Mine has 20, so I can afford to spare a few, but most CPUs will have between, let's just say, 8 and 2. You're going to click checkpoints. You're going to disable checkpoints. Checkpoints are just annoying. They're just very annoying. We don't want checkpoints. And click apply. And that should be it. So we are going to right click again, and we're going to click connect. It will say the virtual machine is turned off. Once we turn this machine on, there is a bug currently where it will just not work unless you hold space after you click start. So you will click start and then hold the space bar, which I will do right now. And boom, if you did it correctly, you will see it boot up, and you will see a Windows setup. Just click through this, right, and click install, and it will take a while to download Windows onto this virtual machine. Just click I don't have product key. It does not matter. Just click I don't have product key, and then just click Pro 64. Again, this doesn't really matter, but that's what I would recommend you doing. Accept license. You're going to click custom install Windows only. Select your drive. There's only should be one, and it will install Windows, and this process will take a while. So come back to this video once Windows is fully installed. After you have logged into Windows, gone through all the pop-ups, and waited for Windows to finish downloading, you should have a functioning Windows desktop with only Microsoft Edge in the recycling bin. You might think we're done, but there is still more we need to do. In this current version of this virtual machine, we do not have our graphics card installed on it, which meaning that if you try to play Roblox, it won't like it, and it probably won't work. And even if you did get it to work, it wouldn't run well at all, maybe not even well enough to run the macro. So what we're going to do is go to our main computer and open up File Explorer. You're going to go to this PC. You're going to click on your local disk, your C disk. You're going to go to Windows, and then you are going to type in System, and it should be system32, and then type in driver, and you're gonna go to driver store. Then you're gonna go to file repository, and you're gonna type in NV. So here you will see there are a bunch of NV named files, right? So for each one, you're gonna go down and you're gonna right click and you're gonna look if it's a gigabyte or more. So this one isn't it. This one isn't it. And this one is it. As you can see, 1.76 gigabytes. And that's how you know it will be your drivers, because it is a large amount of gigabytes. So what we're gonna do with this file is we're gonna right click, copy, and paste to desktop. So these are your NVIDIA drivers. However, we are not done yet. We're gonna go back to system32 and type in NV again. On the main desktop, you're gonna do a new file, new folder, and title it system32. And just copy all of the NV named files, because these are all driver files, over to that folder. So copy, open the folder, and paste. Next up, we will have to transfer these two folders onto our virtual desktop. While that may seem easy at first, it's quite tricky, and luckily I managed to figure out a way to do it. The first thing we need to do is go to Wi-Fi, open Network and Internet Settings, and then click Change Adapter Options again. Or not Change Adapter Options, click Network and Sharing Center. If you go to Change Advanced Sharing Settings, you're going to click All Networks, and you're going to turn on sharing, so anyone with a network can access and read and write public folders, and you're going to turn off password protected sharing. Next, we're going to go to our virtual machine, and we're going to make a new folder. I'm just going to name this File Share. Next, we will go to this folder, and we will go to Properties, click Sharing, then click Advanced Sharing, share this folder, file name File Share, click Permissions, and click Full Control Allow for everyone. Then click Apply, OK, Apply, OK, and then click back to our main desktop. So what you'll see right here is a desktop network path, right? This is the network path on the hard drive, and there's a way you can get these files onto this folder using file sharing. So you're going to open up File Explorer on your main desktop. You will right click on this PC and click Map Network Drive. You are then going to type this into the network drive mapping. So this is backslash, and then desktop in all caps, dash, and then whatever numbers appear on your desktop. It will be different for every desktop. Just make sure you copy it correctly or this won't work. Backslash again, and then whatever you named your folder. I named mine File Share, so I'll type File Share. And then click Finish. And then it will attempt to connect. When it says Enter Network Credentials, there's a way you can find these. What you're gonna do is you're gonna look up Credential Manager, and then look up Web Credentials, click on this, click Windows Credentials, and then it will say Generic Credentials, Microsoft Account. So it will give you the username right here. This is my username. If you open it up, your pass will be here. However, you can just click Edit, and you can change the password, no problems. And so just change the password to whatever you need, and then enter in username and password, which I will do right now for myself. Remember my credentials, and okay. So boom, we have established connection between this PC and the other PC. So you're going to take these two folders and you're going to drag them into here, and it will transfer both of them onto our file share folder. You're going to need this file share folder in a minute, so you can close it for now, but just remember where it is. If you go back to your host PC, open file share, they'll both be here. All right, so we've successfully copied the folders over to our desktop. So next up, we need to get our system files and our driver files onto the virtual desktop correctly. So you're going to open up File Explorer. You're going to go this PC, local disk, Windows, and then like last time, type system and open system32. So you're going to open your system32 folder, and all you want to do is copy all of these into the system32 folder. You can do for all current items, continue. And then you're done with this folder, so you can delete this. So let me make this a little bigger. You want to make, next up you're going to want to make a new folder, and you're going to right click on the right side and click new, and then folder, and it will say admin, and click yes, and then you will want to name this exactly as I'm doing it, host driver store, and then click enter, and then click yes again. Open that up. We're going to make another folder, click yes, and then file repository, and then click enter. And then we will just drag the entire folder of the drivers into file repository and continue. And that should be it. Next up, you just want to shut down your virtual machine, and we will have to do a little more work on our normal machine before we can get everything completely working. Now that we've shut down our virtual machine, we will need to partition our GPU. So if you go back to the Google Drive link in the description, there will be a downloadable file called GPU-P partition. All you want to do is download that and then type in PowerShell, and then you see PowerShell ISE, run as admin. Then what you want to do is click this folder and then open GPU-P partition. So here we have, it says VM name here. I will do Souls RNG2 because that's what my VM was named. Yours should just be Souls RNG. So type Souls RNG exactly as you typed it in your VM name. Next up, you're going to want to enable scripting. So by default on Windows, scripting is off, and this, if you run this, nothing will happen. And all you need to do to fix it is turn it on by typing set-execution policy. And then unrestricted, and then yes to all, and that will be it. All you have to do is click this green arrow, play, and your GPU partition has been set to your virtual machine. So next up, all we're going to want to do is open up our virtual desktop, and we want to confirm that the GPU is partitioned onto this. So the way we can check this is by logging into our desktop and then going to the device manager, going to display adapters, and you will see your NVIDIA GeForce RTX, whatever GPU you have under here, and that's how you know you did it. It worked. So the hard part is over. Next up, all we have to do is install the Dolph-Sol macros and Roblox. So next up, what I'm going to do is transfer my Dolph-Sol macro onto the virtual desktop. So you're going to do it the same way you transfer the GPU files, and you're just going to find where it is currently installed on your computer. You're just going to copy it, you're going to go to your file share, and you're going to paste. And it should copy the items from one to the other. So if you go onto your virtual desktop, it should be here now. So you're just going to drag this file to desktop, and it should get removed. Nice. Next up, we are going to open up Edge, and we're just going to download Auto Hotkey. Just get through all this. I never click allow on anything. There we go. We're going to go to Auto Hotkey and then download, and just click download, and click download v1.1. And then once this is finished, click open when done. And it will open up. Click yes. Click Express installation and exit. And that will be it for that. So if you go to your Dolphin macro, main will now have an H on the logo. And all you have to do to open this is just run as admin every time. Next, we're going to download Roblox. So there's only one way you should download Roblox in order for this to work. You need to download Roblox from the Microsoft Store. If you download from browser, it will not work. And there will be an update for you to do. It will be very fast, however. You're going to go to Roblox and you're going to click on the install button. This download should not take too long, as you're only downloading Roblox. Once you're done, you can just open it up and simply just log in as usual. There is one other thing you need to do in order for the macro to work, however. Click View and then Full Screen Mode. Then once you're in full screen mode, right click, Display Settings, and then go to Resolution and select 1920 by 1080p. Keep changes, and then click this window icon, Restore Down. And there, you should have a normal sized 1080p desktop. The reason it's so large in my computer is because this is a 1440p monitor, otherwise it would take up your entire screen. And then you can just join your private server, open up your macro as administrator, then in Roblox you just want to make sure your graphics are at minimum, so automatic to lowest possible. The sound doesn't work on the virtual desktop, so just turn it all the way off. I'm gonna lower my sense just because that's my high DPI. And then you're gonna go full screen, and it should bug out. It should bug out as it's finding the correct size, and you should be done. And then you want to close full screen. It will bug out a little more, and it will say off, and that's how you know you've done it. So this has to be like this, or the macro just won't work. Once your macro is running as usual, all you have to do to get out of the screen is bring your mouse all the way to the edge and click out of it. And then the macro will work as normal. In the virtual desktop, everything will work perfectly. It'll run as normal. And you can just minimize this and everything is done. Whenever you want to reopen your virtual desktop, just open Hyper-V Manager and then right click and click connect. And that's all you have to do. And then you go to start up the macro and you'll be done. That's everything. If you have questions, just talk to me on the Dolph Soul Discord. My username is CheeseLoverMax. And I have the cat PFP. And if you have any problems and you need any help, just send me a DM or message me in the Discord and I'll be happy to help you. Another thing I'd like to mention is if you start AutoHotkey and it reopens Roblox and starts bugging out, this is just a bug. The only way I found to fix it is to simply stop your virtual machine by clicking this red thing, reopen it, and reopen Roblox and AutoHotkey. And usually it fixes it, and then you can just start as normal.